It's time. It's time to crown the next champion. 6 players won their opening shootout tables to advance. Among them, 2 who've made NAPT final tables before.
That was fun.
And 1 who is the reigning player of the year.
You just got to hit an ace.
But for any of them to win the big money, they'll have to outlast the rest. Because it's winner take all.
Hey, if you don't cheer, I'm going to cheer for you.
The PokerStars.net NAPT Bounty Shootout Final Table begins now. Welcome, everyone, to the fantastic Mohegan Sun here in Connecticut for the North American Poker Tour presented by PokerStars.net. I'm Lon McCarran along with Norman Chad, and once again we have been witness to some exciting poker.
That's unreal.
This NAPT tournament began with 35 of the game's best, including Daniel Negreanu.
You don't have a good hand.
Former world champion Greg Raymer.
Put that one in my pocket.
And a slew of other top pros, but they all fell short of the championship trophy.
Oh my God, I don't know about
There
that.
were only 6 seats up for grabs in this win and advance shootout, and what we have now is a stacked final table filled with some of the best young talent in the game. So Norman, as the players get set to take their seats, let's see how they stack up.
Faraz, Jaka won nearly $100,000 at the Venetian Bounty Shootout. And with 3 bounties and a $60,000 bonus, he's already won $75,000 at this final table.
I've made so many final tables, but I still don't have a victory. I mean, it would feel awesome.
Top pro Matt Glantz has countless final tables under his belt, including a win at the EPT High Roller Championship in London last year.
Enjoy the moment. You'd have a heart attack.
From Canada, Shawn Buchanan is a landscaper turned poker pro who is tied for first with 4 bounties.
Vazquez eliminated every player from his 5-handed starting table for a $50,000 bonus. Sam Stein finished second to Tom Marchese in the Venetian main event and is looking to improve upon that today.
I'm one of the best players, and I always feel like I have the best chance of winning.
But the player to beat won a World Series of Poker bracelet in 2009 and was named Bluff Magazine's Player of the Year, Jason Mercier.
It's hard to find somebody that's more competitive than me. I want to win.
Each of the final 6 are chasing the winner-take-all prize of $350,000. Each player began the final table with 150,000 chips, except the winner of the 5-handed table, Vazquez, who started with 125,000.
Good luck, everyone. Thank you. Play your worst.
Faraz, Jaka had a great time playing with Daniel Negreanu in the opening round. The blinds are at 6 and 1,200 with an ante of 100. Action over to Sam Stein. Queen 4 offsuit into the muck. The Jason Mercier, I think about 98% of all poker players would trade lives with him over the last year. He lays it down. Matt Glantz, a poker pro from Pennsylvania, ace-king offsuit.
The oldest player here at 38. The only other player over 30 is Vazquez, who's 31.
A raise to 2,700. Folded over to the sartorially splendid Faraz Jaka on the big blind. 6 tray of hearts.
Boy, he is Natalie attired today, Lon.
He needs 1,500 to call, and he does.
Jaka's motto, any 2 cards, any time of day.
Heads up with Matt Glantz. The flop 4-6-6 trip 6s for Faraz Jaka.
I love the way Jaka plays, Lon, but man, have we seen him run good.
Check.
Jaka slow plays the trips.
Glantz whiffed on the flop.
He's got ace-king. Might think he's ahead. That's 3,500. That is Jaka's best friend from college, Emily Treptow, bringing her support to the poker room. Jaka raises to 8,500.
We have seen Jaka check raise with nothing, so you never know with him.
Glantz is going to stick around. Turn card now. Queen of hearts, and Jaka has this hand locked up, as you can tell by the percentage next to his name. Jaka will bet this time 13,000.
It's got to be a little disconcerting to Matt Glantz.
Glantz still coming along with the call.
Glantz apparently has a read on Jaka, but I think he needs reading glasses.
A 6 on the river, and Jaka improves the quads.
That's a good card for Jaka, Lon. no, actually, it might induce Glantz to bet. Jaka should check here.
He does check.
Jaka hoping Glantz has something he can bet, or maybe he'll even bluff at it.
Nope, Glantz checks back. And Jaka turns over his 6 tray. No chips went in on the river, but Jaka won a nice pot anyway.
Glantz a little nod of the head. Yep, I can't beat 4 sixes.
Quads are great anytime, but early at a final table, well, that's fantastic. So Faraz Jaka will take that early pot, and his friend Emily apparently backing the right horse tonight.
Well, her horse likes to run a lot of races. We've seen how many hands Jaka likes to enter.
Faraz Jaka, the early chip leader at this final table with 3 bounties, and there's room for more.
What does the person who gets the most bounties get? A high roller package. Okay.
Jason's right. The bounty winner earns a free roll to the next bounty shootout, an event which has proven to be as exciting as it is unique. This was a shootout. The goal, beat the table. The players were spread out over 6 tables. The winner of each pocketed up to $60,000 and advanced to the final table. And this tournament has a twist, the bounty. For each person you knock out, you win $5,000. Collect the most bounties and win a seat to the next NAPT bounty shootout. And of course, this is winner take all. $350,000 to the last man standing. Vazquez and Shawn Buchanan lead the bounty race right now with 4 each.
I'm not big on stripes, but that's the same shirt Jason Mercier wore when he won the EPT San Remo, so he's hoping it's lucky again.
Absolutely. Matt Glantz with ace-9 offsuit.
Glantz very close with Barry Greenstein. I don't know which one talked the other into growing a beard.
Raise at 3,000. There is Shawn Buchanan. He lays it down. Faraz Jaka on the button. With a tray, he likes those, and a queen.
He's the only person to make the first 2 NAPT bounty shootout final tables.
And he's going to re-raise it to 8,000.
He's got moxie.
Vazquez, ace-jack of hearts in the small blind.
Before becoming a pro, Vazquez worked for a drywall company and once drove forklifts, so thank goodness for poker.
And he'll come along for 7,400 more. And you see the red box next to a player's name indicates if they're on the button or one of the blinds. Stein folds his big blind. Glantz gets out of the way.
Jaka's managed to get heads up against the best hand.
It is queen 5 jack. Jaka with top pair. Vazquez hits middle pair.
Why wouldn't Jaka outflop him? That's all he ever does is outflop his opponent.
Vazquez checks, and Jaka checks quickly behind him. Turn card, another jack. Vazquez with trip jacks, and now he has a big advantage. And he's going to bet it 11,000. Lewis has some support here in the room. Friend Tony Montero.
11,000.
Jaka with a pair of queens makes the call.
Jaka's got to think he's still good.
His friend doesn't look too comfortable. River card now is a 6. Vazquez has this hand locked up with a trip jacks. And he's going to bet those jacks. A little less than half the pot, 19,000. Faraz Jaka now with a big raise, 81,000.
Jaka overbets the pot with that raise, but he has run into a huge hand for Vazquez. Trip jacks with ace kicker.
Check is so fast.
Vazquez not sure he's best. Is he thinking Jaka's slow played a set on the flop? Jaka's raise is for almost all of Vazquez's remaining chips, but even if Vazquez thought he was beat here, he's got a call, no?
He is squirming. So few hands beat it, but he's going to lay it down, Norman.
Wow.
Ace jack.
Folds it, shows it, and tells the table.
What?
My goodness. Jaka's heavy pressure convinces Vazquez to fold. And Jaka shows the tray.
Jaka couldn't resist showing his handiwork on that one.
Nice hand.
Wow, what a hand for Faraz Jaka. Tony Montero's going, what are you doing, Lewis?
The check on the flop is what got me. You check so fast, so I thought you might have hit pocket queens there.
Yeah, and that's
I was gonna check call the river.
What did Daniel Negreanu say? Jaka.
Just gotta get to work now.
Jaka punched the clock way before you, Lewis, and he's reaping the benefits.
Hi, I'm Joanna Krupa, and you're watching the North American Poker Tour. Test your poker skills and even win a free entry to upcoming NAPT events now on PokerStars.net. There are free tournaments every day, and if your game is on, you could be sitting next to me at the next NAPT tournament. Now, let's get back to the action.
Welcome back, Faraz. Jaka all smiles. Luis Vazquez trying to get past the last hand he laid down.
The race on the, the check on the flop. Yeah. He kind of scared me a little because that's in the swings. Yeah. Once he flop, they got the turn for a jack. It's brutal, too. He checked it pretty fast, so.
Yeah, I know.
Jaka did check it pretty fast, but Vazquez should have called slowly.
You didn't even know you were bluffing.
That's what the other card was.
He was bluffing, too. He wasn't bluffing. It's so sick.
I don't think it was a bluff.
It wasn't.
It wasn't a bluff. Jack 3 of clubs.
Bluff or no bluff, Faraz, Jaka will keep the other players on their toes between his wild style of play and interesting style of dress.
My poker nickname is The Toilet because when I first started playing, I had no idea what I was doing, so I just assumed suited cards are good. So I'd play a bunch of suited cards, and I kept getting a bunch of flushes. So my friends that would play with me would just be like, damn it, the toilet flushes again. And then it just kind of caught on, and it was funny that a high-stakes player was called The Toilet. Ground power, baby. I definitely have a pretty wild reputation. I'm really unpredictable. I play a lot of crazy hands. I could really have like any 2 cards in any spot, and I think most people know that now.
Like Faraz, Jaka. Yeah, how do you do that every time?
I've been known to dress really crazy, just wear really funny things, and it's kind of how I play. It's like you never know what you're gonna get, where I'm coming from. It goes with my style of play. I mean, it's entertaining, it's fun.
Keeping the hat dream alive, right?
I mean, in general, it just gets people talking and everyone having a better time and even playing a little looser, so it's a win-win situation.
They say clothes make the man. Well, apparently in this case, clothes make the man bluff.
My man. Special guest over here, New York.
Another college buddy of Faraz's, that's Yilmaz El Diaz Perez, wearing traditional Uzbek garb.
And they have a pact. They will switch outfits if Faraz makes it to heads up.
Well, I'm going to root for Faraz then. $350,000 winner-take-all. First prize here for this final table champion. Jason Mercier has 1 queen. He's got a pair of queens.
The night he won the EPT San Remo, he was partying in a club, got into a fight with a bunch of guys. Someone stabbed him in the back with a broken beer bottle, 60 stitches, and Jason was hospitalized a couple of days.
We're glad to see he's okay, and Mercier raised it up to 2,800, folded over to Jaka on the button, queen 5 of hearts.
That EPT was Mercier's first trip overseas. Jaka, when he graduated college, lived out of a suitcase for a year and a half playing tournaments and traveling the world.
And another re-raise from Jaka to 7,500. Vazquez lays it down. Stein says no thank you. Now back to Mercier.
Despite that San Remo incident, Jason has gone back to Europe for some of his greatest poker success. He won another EPT event in London in 2009.
Mercier with a re-raise to 20,200.
That's a 4-bet. That used to mean hand over if you had Jaka's cards, but these days everyone fights more for the pots pre-flop.
And Jaka will make the call for 12,700 more.
Heck, I'm surprised he didn't 5-bet it.
So Mercier and Jaka. Here's the flop. Tray 6 jack, pocket queens, enjoying a 10-1 advantage in Jason Mercier's hand. Jason first to act. As you see by the arrow by his name, Mercier bets 24,800.
Mercier is aggressive, but Jaka is uncontrollably aggressive. He's 2 bulls in a china shop.
Jaka with a raise to 50,000.
With squad douche. There's method to his madness. He's crazy good luck.
Mercier comes over the top and moves all in.
Well, that all-in will shut down this episode of the Faraz Jaka Burlesque Show.
Has Jaka met his match finally in Jason Mercier? Jason's girlfriend, Emily Clausen, loves to see that.
Jaka's MO is pressure, 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 and as we saw with Vazquez, sometimes your opponents buckle when they shouldn't.
And Jason Mercier is now the table chip leader.
Do you think anybody in the world will play more main events than you this year?
Than me? Negroni might. More main events? Sorrell probably will.
Matt Glantz wondering what Mercier's plans are for dominating 2010. Right now, Mercier out on top of this field with 80,000 more than anyone else. Faraz Jaka in second place. Shawn Buchanan and Luis Vazquez are the short stacks. Luis sitting with just about 52,000, probably still kicking himself for folding that winning hand earlier to Jaka. The blinds are up to 8 and 1,600 with an ante of 200. Ace-9 offsuit for Faraz Jaka.
I wonder if that jacket comes in 42 regular.
Jaka will initiate action again, a raise to 3,700. Vazquez on the button, gives it up. The small blind, Sam Stein. 5 deuce offsuit.
When Stein turned 21, he went to the World Series, says he got crushed. He played a lot of tournaments, cashed only once, but since then, he says, no downswings.
Action now to Mercier in the big blind. Ace-Jack offsuit.
It's a pretty good hand in the big blind. You know he wants